Sick the king. There is no shortage of games he'll play for you. Be it Fall Guys, Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, or Overwatch 2. Rexicting. That's right, it's Rexic the king. Awesome Nouts is back after many moons. That purple surfer still makes him swoon. Rexicting. That's right, it's Rexic the king. Now without much further ado, he's going to start the stream for you. There's only a few seconds to go. He hopes that you enjoy the show.
Hello everybody, welcome in to this little bit unexpected stream. It's good to see you, Grand. Good on getting first. Sorry that the PT was a bust. Hopefully the later stuff is better. But it's good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good Friday the 13th. Hope it's been like relaxing besides that. Like I've been alright myself, just out riding my bike earlier today, just doing some stuff while it's like not rainy. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to like go around tomorrow. Like the weather's like not sure. It's like 20% or maybe more up in the air. Ace is playing a very bad horror game. Yeah, I saw him live. That was surprising. So I popped on over and said howdy. I guess like it's because like his back is feeling like a bit better. So like a bit. Needs some healing, but like it's good. It's feeling well enough for him to be able to do some streaming. Only one person died. It was like 2 hours in. I gotcha. No, it seems like everybody's like at least having like some sort of fun watching it, even if like Valentines getting annoyed at all the characters and stuff. Very cool. So basically, I'm here today because like some stuff changed, and I'm gonna be like it turns out I'm actually going to be busy tomorrow, like actually on like Valentine's Day itself. So like rather than like doing it like on Sunday or something like that, I'll just do it a little Valentine's stream today. Like do it early rather than late. So that's why I am here. You're actually get a Valentine? Not yet. But it's still like the 13th here. So I don't know about tomorrow, but for the 13th, no. But it'll still be like a fun little stream today. It doesn't have like a category because I'm doing Katawa Shoujo, but I couldn't find like actual like a category tag for that on Twitch for some reason. And I made sure it's like it was like previously on like a what is it, like a library games list, but it's not there now. And it's like the Steam version, so it's like all safe, so it should be good for streaming. You have to rizz up a hot T-Rex off, mommy. There's none here, sadly. What can you do? I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll be having some fun. Hopefully, at least. And I hope you'll have fun as well. It does have like some issues though. Let me hold on. I had to like turn this down. So I couldn't get it to like capture in like full screen, like because when I did that, it just like it fully goes away. So it's like I had to have it be minimized. So it's like a little small for me. So I'm like looking at like a smaller screen. I saw a goth woman I was getting gassed earlier, but checking out and didn't ask for her number. I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at you too. You'll probably see her again. You'll have another chance to seize that opportunity. I believe in you, Gran. You never know. But just stay hopeful for that. You will have your chance. Yeah, sorry. Had to get a little water. But I believe in you. So... Oh yeah, so this is Katawa Shoujo. Bit of a classic, visual novel. Like, 2012. It's like I've seen, like, memes and stuff about it, but I've never actually played it myself. And I was, like, trying to think of, like, some stuff for Valentine's Day. Although now it's, like, Valentine's Day Eve, because of all the... It's, like, gonna be busy tomorrow. But this one, like, I came into mind, I checked off if it was, like, on Steam. It was, and for free, too. I figured, why not? We could... Let's check it out, take a little look at this, classic, like 14 years old now. Let us get started, shall we? And are you familiar with Katawa Shoujo at all? Like, have you heard about it, like, played it, or seen others play it, stuff like that? Or would it be new for you too? Not also, like, no worries if you're like popping by, like, focusing on aces. I get you. It's all good. Yeah, I've, like, seen the memes, but I've, like, not played it myself. It'll be nice to look at it. Nice little celebration. I just had to get one last water. Alright. Alright, time for me to talk a lot, because it's a visual novel. Start. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cup hands and rub them together furiously to prevent from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note... Hold on. Let's scoot this over here. I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah, yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the litter in the locker. At least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. I already messed up the words anyway, but it is like a smaller window, so it's like a little bit part of it too. Just as a heads up. Okay. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me. Interrupting the quiet mood. Someone's approached me from behind. Is Al? You came? A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Wanako? I got no telling to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. Spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, not the result. Pathetic. Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. My heart's pounding now. So it was trying to burst out from my chest to claim this girl for itself. Here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind tears up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Pun? Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried. You see, I wanted to know if you go out with me. I stand there, motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond a breaking point. Sal? I reach up to try to massage my throat, but suddenly sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Sal? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. Sal! Beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. All around me, canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanaka running towards me. All these fade to black. The last thing I remember before slipping away, the sound of Iwanako screaming for help, and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Orleaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. Inspiration by Raita. Writing Anonymous 22. It's like Captain Scud or something. Editing by Tagami. Music by Blue 123 and Nico Amarillo something. Art by Gabby Ferrari, Kami Fish and Timmy. And also Moeki Rams and Raida. Additional art by Climatic, Doomfest, and Usual, I think. FMV animation by Mike and L. Oh wow. Wait, the same Mike and L? Holy moly. I'm familiar with them. Engineered by Delta. Delta, you worked on this? Production by Corporal Crud and Suiko. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Yep. In that time, you can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're alone with your thoughts. So, I have plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Strange word. Foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. Causes the heart to react erratically, and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on for so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it's supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I'd already had a full day by then to digest everything. For them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. But for about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had turned to a class project. Maybe some people were generally concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. At the end of the first month, all my parents came by on a regular basis. But Iwanaka was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Hospital? Not really a place I'd like to live in. Doctors and nurses feel so personal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and have a million other patients waiting for them. It makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way. He told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So, I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left in my chest. I observed the scar that the surgery on my chest slowly changed appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving. My expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around to answer supposed to at least some help. At some point I just stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it's the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There's a small library at the hospital. It was more like a storeroom for books. For a week, I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. The days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'm positive realization I didn't know what day of the week it was. At other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness. The barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling if I was about to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is it supposed to be some kind of special occasion? Not a party. There is this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time, sorting his papers, and setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now. With some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad. His expression turned to one end as he reads it quickly. Many. And I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Insomnia, hallucinations. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. It's insane. Side effects? Adverse effects? Contraindications? The contraindication and dosage are just line after line of cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's so futile. Can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. All this? For the rest of my life? Every day? I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed. I won't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years. What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if you hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't continue, or if you don't return at your old school. What? Please, calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me no fool I won't like it. You're gonna be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think it's as wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? Has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from the highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it like a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? School for disabled kids. I'm trying to steal that fact. If it was really that free, there would be a 24-hour nursing staff. The only way the hospital being nearby is selling points. Of course, that's only if you want to go, but my mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. Looks like I don't really have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. Getting a job one day is a good opportunity to continue your education. This is an opportunity? Call it opportunity? Call it a goddamned opportunity? Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one, special school, that's insult. That's what I want to say. Step down. It's not what you think. All the students, they're pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared toward students that can go get around and learn. Just need a little help, in one way or another. Your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do other amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability? What a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. What can I do about it? Normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I'd always thought my life was actually kind of boring. Now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell at something now. Somehow I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. The fact is that I know now it's futile. I look around the room. I'm very tired of all this. Hospital, doctors, my conditions, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. It really isn't a choice. I know this. The thought of going to a disabled school. What it was even like. Much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's difficult. Let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. It's all I can think to get me through this. At least I still have something. Even if there's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start. And life isn't over. It would be a mistake just to resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Act 1. Life expectancy. As I get some water. Hey, we got an achievement. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that. This one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron and gray plaster. Something assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone. My parents are taking my stuff to the dorms. There's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of ground a school would have. More like a park. The walkway going past trees. I smell like fresh cut grass, not other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Make me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it on as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom beyond the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. Painful playing Deadlock. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. An uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my mind, it doesn't feel like one. And once the feeling is real, or caused by my expectations of this school for disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. Kinda eerie. It makes me wish there was something here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling I step into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. And hello, Flex. How are you doing, my daughter? Enjoy your lurk. I hope you are well. I'm gonna be busy on Saturday, so I'm doing like the little Valentines stream today instead. But I hope you are well. Just doing some Katawa Shoujo. It makes me think about hospitals again. And I say that the operation rooms are painted green because green is a common color. But why am I feeling anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the hobby main building, despite myself, I realize why the gate bothered me. It's the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there's absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization in my head, I open the front door. A tall man of bad posture notices me as I enter. There are only people in the lobby. It was only logical. You must be Niki? Nakai. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. Hi, Rexic and chat. How goes it? Hi, Ultra Smash Bro. How are you doing? We're doing all right. Like, it turned out I'm going to be busy, like, on Saturday, like, Valentine's Day itself, so I'm doing this. The Katawa Shoujo Valentine's stream, like, today instead of, like, doing it late, you know? But doing all right. Haven't gotten into the meat of it yet, but like, my first time going through it. And how are you doing? And also, I let Delta know that you gave the prize to him. That was very cool of you to do. Whatever the idea they come up with, I'll try to make it nice. Guess I had to get some water. You exchanged a handshake that neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked for a brief check-in visit. There's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Doing all right. Relaxing from the closing shift at work. Nice. Hope you're having a good relaxation. Like chilling. Doing all cool stuff. Should I go later? Yeah, afternoon's probably fine. We should go and introduce you to the rest of the class. We're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention. I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what's waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Of course, or why? 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 Do I have to? Of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. My heart's pounding in my chest. And Marmar's playing Overwatch. My heart's pounding in my chest. And it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. And also, have you heard of Katawa Shoujo before? This is your first time seeing it. It didn't have a category, so that's why it's blank. And the third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom, class 3-3. Muto opens his door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Get a grip. It's a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying about so much about it. At least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around. Partially so I won't have to meet the curious gaze of new classmates. Almost like, let me... Oh, that's part of the window. Okay. It's like a, I kind of have this be a full screen, so it's like a window, but I was like, just had like overlay it so I'm not getting like double images. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around. Partially so I wanted to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. Pretty spacious. Ceiling is unusually high, and lots of space left over around it in between the desks. The entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books, and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom with 50 other students. They all look normal, like students to any other school. Then why would we be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Just not immediately obvious. Then, I notice that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. A little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduced me to the class. I noticed that flash of dark hair in Pickle playing Deadlock. See, someone's looking at me. Both really long, straight hair.
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
It's pretty eye-catching.
Woo, I'm about to make a name for
As she
myself
sees me
here.
looking back at her, she suffers her face with her hands, as if it'll make her invisible. And hello, Valentines. How are you doing, little sprout? Hope you are well. Hopefully the game Aces is playing isn't like making you too angry. Love it every time. I'm glad. I want to get that working right. But how are you doing? Hope you've been having a good day. It made me so mad I got a damn headache. That's how angry I was. I get you. I'll try not to give you any headaches here. But it's good to see you. Hope you have a happy Friday the 13th, and also like a happy early Valentine's Day. Like, it turned out I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I had to do the this stream today instead of doing it like the day later. I'm doing much better now that I'm here in the kingdom. Aw, thank you. I appreciate that. We're just doing some, or taking a look at Katawa Shoujo for Valentine's Day. Oh wait, now it's like Valentine's Day Eve, but you know what I mean. We're still like super early on it. The headache is going away almost immediately. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry it is just like over here, like I couldn't like full screen this. Like it just like goes away on full screen for some reason, so it's like the little like 800 by 800 I like drag out. It's all good. Nice. I will try to keep it all good. Yeah, the Daily Crown's still working, I'm glad. The Crown already got the first. First, it's amazing. Yeah, he was there early. Oh yeah. Also, there's like some weird problem yesterday with the Twitch VOD that like some other people had too. Or it's like I went to watch like part of it, just like it only went like right to like the last like 2 seconds or so of the ending. Like apparently there's like an issue like other people were having with their like Twitch VODs that day too, or it was like corrupted or something. I mean, like, luckily, like, my downloaded version of it was still working good. I had the exact same problem yesterday. I thought it was just me. Yeah, I thought so, too. I had, like... I was just gonna look it apart, and I had, like I saw it, like, going to Back there, I asked if Creevy could look, and it did like the same thing for her. Like the version I exported to YouTube had like the same thing. Yeah, it's like something like on Twitch like yesterday or so it seemed. Once we rewatched the VODs and we got confused, yeah. I don't know if it's fixed now, or like or going forward rather. Like I know it like that one's like still there. I think it's probably still odd. Well, like my own downloaded version's like still good. So like that version on the archive like works normally. I guess I'll just like keep an eye out if like if they do like a fix for like the VODs that like got affected, or if they're just like just like weird still. I'll go check one real quick and see. You could check Ace's because he just like finished his, right? Or is he still streaming? But, like if his like did like the same like last few seconds or so, it might be like the issues might still be going around. There was one boy with a cane that he got the lockers to rear the class. Weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rim of her glasses and goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. There's a cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. It's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Yeah, it's just the one yesterday. Okay, so maybe it was like just something on the 12th or 5th. Blah. So maybe it was just something on the 12th specifically. I don't know. It's odd. Please welcome our newest classmate. He clapped his hands together, and so he clapped his hands, and so does everyone else. Except one of the first girl who has only one hand. I cringed a little bit. Hide it by bowing and thanks for the applause I did not deserve. After the applause, there's a brief silence that nobody wants to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise. He opens up with some unintelligible noise, much like I just did. Shuts up as he loses momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to this self-introduction thing. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again, and asks me to write on the blackboard. I do that, then turn back to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones on about getting along with my... I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along with... Alright, third try. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round, with one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandage stump. It makes me feel a little bad. But we're going to be doing some group work today, so I'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. He's the class representative. He can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? I'd probably mess it up. And how could I know? And the teacher passes out today's assignments. And announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi's over there. It's June Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute bubbly girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. Take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Yeah, do you get some water? Excuse me? What? Caught off guard by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but... I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi, Shi-chan. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show she acknowledges my back. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, and only really barely. She has short, but carefully... Short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair. Pair of oval-shaped glasses, balanced on a containing nose. Dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds, analytical and slightly bored. And music is getting slightly louder than you can barely hear. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Oh, yeah, I see you going into the red a bit. How's that? Is that good or like a little bit quieter? Yeah, I see it went into the red a bit there. Better? Alright, cool. Thank you for letting me know. It was nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Akamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if her teacher was messing with me, saying things like, be able to talk to people and who better to explain things to you. I can see you're a little confused, right? Well, I understand why you think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan's deaf. She's not a person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you, too. You're a new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up for no reason there, right? Right? Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues. You don't know much about him, and maybe we'll find out later. Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's groan and calling me with my name. We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know we would be here so soon. He-chan, right? He-chan? Yep, it fits, doesn't it? I said out loud. That's a surprise. Never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a He-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Akamichi taps her fingers on her desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants you to know she's the class rep. If there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you hadn't had time to walk around and familiar sides just to help a bit. Misha fumbles with the her word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that'd be pretty helpful. Yeah, I kinda just came straight to class today. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just of school either. Always. Even just a trip to convenience store. Really, Shi-chan? Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway. I don't say anything. And we should sign something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seemed like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but it struck me unexpectedly deeply. You look down. Are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn new things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal. Imagine needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Alright. Another thing. You don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan. Okay, maybe that's too casual. And maybe Shizune would be more appropriate? Yep, Shizune is fine. Okay, that'll be a lot easier for me. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assume would be all business. Well, she still seemed like that, just less so, I guess. Alright, we haven't even touched the assignment. We We should start work now or Shichon will get mad. The assignment's also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. That too. Shizune glares at the two of them impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I got the message. After class, we could take a walk around ground together. It's a nice day, okay? Now, the 1 quick second I got a message. Okay, sorry about that. Now, the assignment is actually very challenging to get through. I find aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. But still, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. Class rep is calm and professional as she looks, while Misha's a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. And to be honest, the two of them do most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Clock tower bells ring. Ding dong, bing bong. It's signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I followed Misha, who's beckoned me into the hallway and down the stairs. We stood even below the library Muto, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything else in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Never played the game Aces played. Never ever disabled a headache. Alrighty. I don't even remember what it was called, so I can avoid it. Or it seemed like scary, or like at least attempting to be scary anyway, so I wouldn't even really go to it, so no worries there. Right, give me a second. Good water. Thank goodness. Yeah, it's all good. This big open window is open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare. Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options. It seems great until I realized that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. Almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I picked something at random and followed Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently of the food I'd rather not eat, Misha poked me aside to get my attention and pointed to Shizune. I don't understand signs, but the point escaped me. Maybe looking at someone who talks to you is proper and polite? You want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides. You should ask if there's something. I wonder. Yeah. Shizune intrigues me. I kind of want to ask something about her. I can't really ask something that personal, can I? I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune signed back and forth very animatedly, going side-eye glances at me, but Misha refrained from translating. We were talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly noticed that the conversation in silence is not enough to fill a silence. We arrived in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I know before slumped over her desk in the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrinks deeper into her state. You can feel her tension all the way over here, as if she were slowly turned into a stone just from her presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. Both wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of the school feels strange. This is why our brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the day, I started yawning, counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's a long time in this hospital. Maybe it's a long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. school's finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and June are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Chun. We've got to hurry already. There's a lot of work for us to do. We'll find your way around here. I'm sure of it. Wait. The teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can show you that much. Come on. Nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. That's not official. Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. Head nurse's office on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? Well, we'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. Whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with actual education? I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in, hoping this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with text, head nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost instantly, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open a door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least half a dozen coffee hop rings lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheek wash that impression away when he smiles. Be the nurse? He smells like a person who heard this very came from back. He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Hi, yes I am. Is this on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse, like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, more than I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake's rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm a new student. My homeroom tutor told me to come here to meet you. My name is Hao Nakai. His eyes light up realization, he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? He gestures me to sit down in the vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been pleased about this school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call if there's a problem. Famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, it's like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. The joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I'll let listeners know it. Now, just let me find your file again. While he's searching for something from a computer, he shuffles stacks of papers around, and let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters hanging on all four walls remind me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So, you already have medication for arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least for the time being. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. Really? Not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick the ball around. I guess I never did have a burning passion for the sport. Just have something to do. Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart. Actually, another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in the papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question acceptably. He glances at me over his papers, with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Back to the fever to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've done this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risk. Take care of yourself. Okay. Goes over my papers one more time, sets them on the desk. Obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I busted out before I even realized it. Quick visit indeed. I ended up standing in front of the main building in the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students. I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gates or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. And then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness only grows as I go towards the dorm, that little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh cut grass fills the atmosphere. It dawned on my tired mind. The smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made red bricks. Like the others, it was way too pompous for what it is, so I pushed forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, boring. And just like the main building, the halls and doors are wide enough to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevator at the end of the hallways. I poked my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods and gives a quick hello before I turn back to the TV. It seems that only girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the doors adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. A light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, then a clicking away more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Give me a sec. And I've seen this guy. A spectacled boy is standing in front of the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. What, the Harry Potter? Who is it? Blind? Nope, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? He leans closer to me. His nose are almost touching. Breath stinks of garlic. Sao Nakai. Dolphin is playing No Man's Sky. I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my... His face suddenly brightens in realization. And he stands back upright, pressing his hand on a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude. Name's Kenji. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little riled by a sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There are some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Yeah, it's probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? There could have been some other people, too. Can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. Wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes, looks closer again. I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment, and searches the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Personal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the front of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet sitting open, stocks of my clothes. Also, it seems like there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Chi-chan. You unpacked your things and made your bed. They said if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Jump. You can catch it. I believe you can, Ultra. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kinda hoped I would've. Then there'd be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urges keep growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming. Pretty tired day too. Still am, I think. Damn, I should distract myself somehow. I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... The bottles of medication neatly arranged at my night table catch my eye. I pick up one and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. Kinda twisted. How your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls, long shadows draw across my room like fingers. And the sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. And soon, the lighter shaded darkness as the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night. It becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. Keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Katawa Shoujo. And a nice sleep. I wake up in a strange room. A solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I'd forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. The very things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who's supposed to be the one living here. My bags on the floor, my no school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stared at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, until I opened a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I downed with a chaser of water without thinking... Wait, hold on. I downed with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one. A natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for other things too. And so far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping language gestures. Well, I've only said 3 new students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here? Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the question remains in my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfectly and evenly flat. Sorry, Shi-chan. There's something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. A good question, He-chan. My first thought is that he doesn't know, which is worrying me, And maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't put me right. Oh, that's right. Everyone's encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, and the festival comes in a few days. Almost every student in school attempts to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you're actually transferred into a busy time. Maybe you can help out too? Sure. What's the festival about? Mr. freezes. I don't know, Hichan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts standing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glass at the end of a oddly grandiose flourish, and starts signing hard and heavy. Huh? Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs her chest as she shouts. Shizune's words out are hung. Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I could hear heads turning, or I could see heads turning and looking our direction. Not so loud. Somehow main characters join during festivals or events. It's like how stand users are drawn together. Main characters always join at that exact moment. Let me get a little bit of water. Someone quick, let me check something. Okay. Human being evolves with each new generation. The ideals and belief behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games to play to win prizes. The creature clears his throat very loudly, batting his long-winded pointer again his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. I'm sorry. We're in the middle of class and start working. That's right, Shi-chan. That's right, He-chan. Are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me. I think I saw a suspicious glance exchange between them. Misha's tone also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair. Blah. I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she's working in any group. No one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why didn't he say anything? Hee-chan, something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or is Misha just looking at me, looking after a girl who left? No, nothing. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I'd go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. You want to have lunch together then? Sure. Yeah! Okay, Hee-chan, perfect. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informed us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only barely managed to finish all our work on time. I just glad we finished it at all. Not a contest or anything. Yes, it is, Hee-chan. Possible. Really? Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. But obviously it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe she faces Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really, Shizune can't hear me. But it would be just better to talk to her only through Misha. But then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. It's all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. That's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. There's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. Hahaha! You're wrong, Hee-chan. Because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is proving my confidence in my abilities. And the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Hahaha! Shizune pushes up her glasses to the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I almost forgot I was supposed to have lunch with them. But where do you want to eat? The cafeteria? Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. A plane? Well, I guess. At my old school, I'd like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classrooms or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you don't know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Shee-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Changing little odds of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as she's about to deliver a speech. Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams or players or anything like that. As a late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Shee-chan? Right? Right, but it seems like all the members I could possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club. Did I skip a dialogue there? I might have. Hold on. Maybe not. Okay. More to the point. Hee-chan, does it mean you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Good. Great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, on the club's upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. And I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. A very melodramatic setup, though, just tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this. Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, and Misha's laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a matter of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who have to voice whatever she says. Right? Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. Maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we gotta hang every day, Hee-chan. Hee-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Hee-chan is the president. I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not be exactly the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly reads her glasses and signs something for Misha. We're not trying to get you join, or of course we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining student council, and therefore have an incentive to try to get you to. So you're admitting that. No, we admit nothing. I mean, Hee-chan, of course it would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all of that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the work in one's school. Yep, it's true, Hee-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Hee-chan? I can't tell if he's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard because they're cutest, although they are pretty cute to begin with. Well... So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hee-chan. What? No. Aww. Hee-chan, of course I wouldn't go that easily. Yep, that's right though. It'd be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. Hee-chan knows me candy now. You're betting on it? Hey, life, it's not a game here. Shizune seemed very intrigued by this when Misha signed it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. That's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game. It's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Aw, why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal. It's to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that is my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline. Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And you would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's kind of hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football? Or how about a game of paper football and that? How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a great game they play in America. Make a paper triangle, and you try and shoot it past goalposts that the other players make with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan. I don't know if I've actually played paper football. Like, I've seen it, like cartoon anime stuff, but I don't know if I've done it myself. Maybe like different times at school and stuff. Yeah, same. Yeah, I've seen it played, like, and of course, like many joke scenes where they hit it too hard, like bonks the person in the head, but like, I haven't done it myself. And it's also played by elementary and middle school, right? Children, right, Hee-chan? That means it's a game that truly separates the boys from the men. And more like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not gonna play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How do you know, Hee-chan? I would like to do a prediction guess. Like, I gotta say, like, she's good at it. Like, because she did, like, the signing and stuff. She's already, like goes the hand and fingers. So, like, is that what I was gonna say? Let's see. Maybe. Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't. Wait. Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempt to get me to the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. Never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. But I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? The game of world domination. I remember my classmates playing the paper football game when I was a kid. It got so out of hand of how far the paper got launched that the teacher started to ban it. Yeah. There's like they're like all the kids are like charging their fingers like Deku doing like the smash attacks. Got the electricity going off and everything before they hit it. Breaking windows. I don't know if that is. It's really fun, Hichan. Fight for control of the world, with armies and everything. I sound like Shizune would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Really, Hichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Hichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So, in the end, I agree. But only after getting Shizune to acknowledge I don't mean anything concrete just by accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Our lunch ends and we go back to class. During afternoon classes, long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. Now, hold on, I gotta use your restroom really quickly. Now, let me see. Hold on. After school, she's going to Misha quickly find first floor lobby, latch onto me, cover each flank. In case I might try to escape. Okay. Yeah, I want to do I gotta do a quick be right back. It'll just be a minute or so. So here, let me bring it over here. You can take a look at this too. Sort of like a little Valentine stuff. I couldn't find like a global like a heart effect that was like too overpowering, so it's just on the be right back. It'll just be a moment. Alright, I'm coming back. And I saw I had like the same picture on the slideshow. I hope you enjoyed looking at the hearts. I'm just getting my model tracking back on. And welcome back. Thank you, Valentine Ultra Smash. I hope you're enjoying this so far. Model facing the right way. I'm fixing the tracking. Okay. Bring it back over here. There we go. Alright. Return. A little funny, but I'm considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that people that people have made a break from the path they be on their guard. Now, which of the escorts? This doesn't make me feel very comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported back to his cell. What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of guess. Play a game of risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. It's something really sinister to me. I started thinking that when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Well, that's highly likely, but still. For some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? You guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. That's not true, Hee-chan. Hee-chan says that when life is threatened, people have shown the capacity to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened? Her expression unchanging, Misha sends something amusedly to Shizune. Makes a baffling face and puts her hand behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the doors to the student council room. It's very plain. Sparsely decorated... Or it's a very plain, sparsely decorated room. Although it's quite large. Maybe even a little larger than the classroom. There's a big table in the center, surrounded by chairs. And a smaller desk prominently placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few regular desks and chairs stacked to one side as well. Extras, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. A couple of filing cabinets and bookshelf. Or just a couple of filing cabinets. And bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. And not much else. In fact, nothing else. This is a pretty bleak room. They at least put a plot and plan in here or something. But the most noticeable thing that this room doesn't have is other people. Are we early? No. What do you mean, no? Does that mean nobody else is coming in today? Yeah, that's right. Before I manage to satisfy the case, Shizune claps her hands together very energetically. Hee-chan, let's play Risk. Come on, you remember, didn't you? You have to. Ha. Okay. You don't know the rules? We can explain this to you while we set everything up. While Misha is talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a game board from behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, looks kind of interesting. After Misha spends a little too long for her liking running through the basics of a somewhat vague and confusing tutorial, Shizune cuts in and declares the game has decided with decisive motion, selecting her arm through the air. Shizune's aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended to when I agreed to this. Halfway into the game, while I ponder how to defend myself against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention. Shichan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move. Shichan also says that she'll let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council. I thought this was a game with no strings attached. Just the fact that you dangle that over my head often means that she knows I care about the outcome of this game. And anyway, no. Shichan admires your fighting spirit, and will be a benevolent dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council. So competitive, Shizune. She seems to take it as a compliment. I would expect the student council president to be a little more magnanimous. Magnanimous? She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed. When she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, the woman returns signed it back to Misha. 1 second. There we go. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint her word into her memory. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing. Wait, please slow down, Shichan. Shichan says you're going to lose. Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion. Okay. Are those eyes the first sign of childlike mischief? Little face. Hold on. Look at that. Let me... Look at that. Oh, I hit my, I muted my mic for a second, sorry. She doesn't even have a chance to play if you keep playing with this. No, you won't. Let's attack! Never surrender. He's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose, though, so I might as well try something different. Maybe if I spread my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Shizune seems to focus on conquering whole nations. Maybe I can sacrifice my whole continents and gain more solid countries. Worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. Shizune adjusts her glasses victoriously, and allows herself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration. I win! Yay! There's no need to translate that. It is pretty clear. Don't look so sad, Shichan. You're really giving it your best. That's what I thought. But sometimes, your best just isn't good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. And hello, Mama Skitty. How are you doing today? And I will get another drink of water, thank you. It's a lot of talking for the visual novel. But how are you doing? Hichan. You attack Iceland and North America at the same time. It's a very daring move. Shichan is impressed. Doing alright. Looking for something to play before retiring to bed. I gotcha. Like, what are you thinking? Like a cozy game or something? a Stardew Valley or a Animal Crossing or stuff if you do those. The mark of great people is that they're daring. That they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, Hichan? That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step. There's no point to that if you don't keep going. I want to see more. Yeah, just not sure yet. Gotcha. I'm sure you'll find the perfect game for before bed. We're doing I'm gonna actually be busy on Valentine's Day, Saturday itself. That's why I'm doing this stream like the earlier day. Doing some Katawa Shoujo for Valentines. Like first time playing it. Dolphin is playing Discord. You're right, Shichan. That's so demanding. She's only moves forward. Only looking a lot less playful, and more like the serious person I expected her to be from the start. Hichan, would you like to join the student council? She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school. I'm hesitant about committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. But spending time with Juni and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. Maybe. I'll get back to you on it. Okay, Hichan. I hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad. No, really. Really? Hichan, if you're gonna say that, you're saying that's definitely the truth, and there can't be any mistaking it. I know. I think I should have my friend for losing it, at the very least. And he smells in that mischievous way that you're like twisting a knife in the wound of my loss. And the kitty cat face again. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I went far back. I take a glance at the clock on the wall and realize I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. Sorry, I have to go. I wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it? She usually scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard could it be to determine whether the library's open? There's a clock right there on the wall. And it should be, unless the librarian absent. I think you're right, Shichan. We think that the library is open. It's on the second floor. Can't miss it. Do you want to show you where it is? No, thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye! One flight of stairs up, and I run into problems. The second floor hallway is a carbon copy of the third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain, like only hallways can be. The problem is that the library's whereabouts are not as easily determined as one would think. The classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to. Then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. Is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random. After I turn around a corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. Not open either, though. Just barely ajar so I can see it's open, and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be invitingly open, and well, this one's not quite that. It's good enough. At the very least, it means that someone inside, and I can ask for directions, no matter how embarrassing that is. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips, every muscle in my arm ready to pull back at a moment's notice. The feeling of being an outsider to the school can't be shaken from my mind. So much so that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering. The door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than I anticipated. Looking over and poking my head ever further inside to get inside the room as fast as possible, hello? My lips is quickly snatched away. This is not what I was expecting. I mindlessly let the door open to its full extent, taking in the sight of a solitary figure, taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation stills my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Hello there. May I help you? Staring directly in front of herself, the movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me that she's being separate from the room itself. And not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among the foreigners I met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi, sorry for intruding. I was just kinda lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if it's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. Give me one quick second. Checking something. Okay. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track movements with her head is telling. That, and the slight cloudiness to her eyes means she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council office. I take it you're a new student to Yamaku. Yeah, it was transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by her restrained bow of greeting. One which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the action. I'm Lily Satao. Pleased to meet you. Asao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in her proceedings. She gives a kind nod, taking their request in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prefers a second cup of tea from a collection of supplies laid out among a shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the sides of whichever container she's pouring into. Seems to be a process she's followed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's one thing to see the different abilities the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have found workarounds for problems I never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer for her to drink. So, her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance. Which one were you looking for? Not often, this classroom is visited after school. At the school library, Shizune and some classmates told me it was on this floor. She finishes pouring water into the teacup as she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from her teacup, indicating it being stirred. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 33, no? That's right, in the science room of Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down his teaspoon, slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. He's quite a character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. As she sets down to tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but it seemed like a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down. Thanks, Satao. It tastes really nice. She smiles and quickly waves her fan in front of her face. Lily, please. There's no need to be so formal, or too formal. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I should try and ask her about herself. as it really does seem as if she is catering to me. So, which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2. It is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi. And it's specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry. I feel like slapping myself for that faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem to be... She doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. My, there's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure, sorry. I guess I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. A category which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I take you into another. Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. I come here fairly often during lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club. A friend and I use this club for having tea. Class representative, huh? Now, compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem to be almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Now, come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs. Now, what kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunch times, the baseball club and the book club, and a room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, such as the art and music clubs. At a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away seems slightly unappealing. I wonder if the school serves the same role as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Good. That's a relief. I really let down my guard around the school to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. And not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally started drinking it as Lily does the same. And I'll have some water myself. As I look over to the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming into the room has a particularly orange tint. Even here, time doesn't seem to stand still. The time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right, she's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of the time. Sorry, Miss Howe. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to a layer of concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? Pauses. Takes a moment to think on it. There's probably something I should have asked you doing it when I had the chance. It really seems likely to know in any case. True. It's open until 6:30 on weekdays. A quick glance at my watch confirms I have well enough time to get there. I could go in that case. It's been nice talking with you, Lily. She smiles and gives a deep nod. Her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her. It was my pleasure. Come to think of it, I just tell you where the library is. I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Well, unless my navigational skills fail me. Which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. And this gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. And if you're sure, that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes hold of a straight retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy in my class had, Lily's was much thinner and longer. It's a piece for support, whereas Lily's is for navigation. Together, we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library. As Side by side, I paced carefully so to match hers. We slowly walked through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the floor of the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing. Ladies first. She gives an appreciative smile as a gesture, taking to the lead as we file in. To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school library, with the distinct smell of old books giving the place an old world air. There don't seem to be a lot of students here. Considering the time, it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you here? She says to the thin air since the librarian needs to be present, and of course Lily can't see this. But what's unexpected is Ezra's reaction. Something from under the computer thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail. As the origin, apparently librarian, quickly calls out and bounces up to extremely rude attention. Hi, Lily. How can I help you? Her voice is strained by a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound. It's nothing. I just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser on my desk when I was looking for a pencil. While I was looking for a pencil, and I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me. Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know. It's okay. Sorry for making you worry. It is nothing. I've had worse happen to me. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worst things have happened. As the girl fidgets with her fingers, as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit a library perfectly. Ah, Lily, did you get my message? Message, Oh, the 2 imported books have arrived. Right, they finally came in. Can't believe it took so long, but... Mr. Celebrations, partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure. He notices me from the corner of her eye, and freezes on the spot when she does. Oh, no, I'm sorry for not noticing this before. Did you need to check out a book? Or return one? Sorry. The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. Pleased to meet you. Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao. For a second, she visually attempts to engrave the name on her mind so she won't forget. Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I don't know what he could be interested in. It's too much responsibility. How it's any responsibility at all I don't get, but her objection is so sincere I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. But, so there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by saying the first thing that pops in my head. It seems to work at least partially as Zuko seems to... not exactly relaxed, but at least look slightly less tense. Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamako's libraries is either in Braille or audio. Makes sense, given all the blind students that'd be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place? Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. I spend more time on new books than on my salary. And I have to organize and shove all of them. It's so troublesome, and I waste so much. I wish I could quit this job. Very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. Yeah. I'll go check out the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us to just keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I'll have those books if it's alright with you. And my first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I study the spines of books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for choice in here. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lillian snuck with us in here. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd student sitting at a desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. As I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several beanbags. It's a dark-haired girl from my class, one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she was acting today, I had her pegged more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from my class read all sorts of quiet wise in my head. And she floats slowly but surely towards the surface. And before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself, as I would if anyone else. I was a classmate, after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my books beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. It's the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not a half, is pretty badly scarred. And my eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I'm shocked, and divert my eyes to the book in her hands. Before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. It takes too many seconds to collect myself. I remember what I walked up to her for. I didn't mean to startle, or I'm new here. I think I didn't mean to startle. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. It's okay. The new girl just turned out like it's okay, but I let it slide. So, do you mind if I sit here? She seems to be very uncertain whether it's okay or not for me to sit, but finally she nods. Just a little. Okay. I take a seat next to her. She hides herself behind her book. Life of Pi. Never heard of it. So, sorry for starting you again. I'm Miss How. She looks up from her book, stalling a little before replying. No. We are in the same class. Her speech is stilted and so quiet it's barely audible, even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Hanako. Hanako. I resist the urge to say, that's a nice name. She does have something to say, but really, it's the only thing I could think of. I feel like an idiot. Everyone here must be used to being different to each other, and here I am being all bothered and fussed about that kind of thing. Don't let me interrupt your reading. I'll just check out these books, if you don't mind. She nods a little, and sighs a little sigh of relief. So I try to read the covers and the introductions of the books I picked up, and she buries her face in her book. Comfortable silence consumes us. My eyes still wander to her direction, and I sneak peeks at her flowing hair and the scars she's hiding. After a while, I realize that she's doing the same, and only pretending to be immersed in the life of Pi. And also, is the Life of Pi the like that movie with the Indian actor and like the tiger on the boat, or is that like something else Pi? Cause like something like that. Like, I've never seen it, but that's like what popped into my head. Her gaze is not inquisitive at all, though. It darts around like a scared rabbit. When our gazes finally meet, the chain reaction is unstoppable. She stands up, forcefully from the beanbag, and takes a deep breath. I've got to go do something. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me so off guard, I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she's nowhere to be seen. Lily and Yuko are happily chatting away. Knowing that I won't be able to catch Hanako myself, I approach the girls. Hey, did you see or notice a girl run past here? Maybe. What'd she look like? Long dark hair, kind of shy. She had, well, some scars on her face. You wouldn't be talking about Hanako, would you? Yeah, that's her. I saw her reading and tried to talk to her, but I think I scared her off or something. Oh dear. Yuko, would you excuse me? I'd better try and find her. Sure. There's still on season until you come back. What's going on? I'm sorry, but I'll have to explain it to you some other time. Right. I'll see you later then. Lily hastily grabs her cane and hurries out of the library, leaving me alone with Yuko. I don't think I'll ever get the hang of this place. Did I do something wrong? What'd you do? Nothing. I was looking for some books, and then she got this bit and ran off. The most offending thing I can think of is that I might have looked at her general direction a few times. Well, she's a very timid girl. You have to be very careful around her. She's very jumpy, I think. Yeah, she's not accustomed to talking with other people. Isn't that a bit strange? I wonder. It's just how she is, I think. Yuko doesn't sound all that convincing. Then again, maybe that's just the norm around here. Everyone has their own problems. Else they wouldn't be here. But how should I deal with these people? I force myself to act overly... Right, force myself to act overly casually... What? Hold on. Forcing myself to act overly casually only makes me feel lonely. Wouldn't it be like, act overly casual? Or not maybe that works. Like I was supposed to be ignoring the elephant in the room. Yuko fidgets. Look like she wants to say something to that, but resist it. I think it's an elephant only if you feel that way. I guess she doesn't have a good sense of self-restraint. It makes me smile and she blushes heavily. What? Does that sound stupid? No. It sounded really wise. I guess you're right. It's more about me than anyone else. Neither of us has anything to add, so Yuko fills the silence by shuffling some papers around. People have papers on their desk really like doing that. Did you find any books? I should be closing soon. I mean, this library should be closing soon. But I have to do it. Hope it's not too convenient for you. Oh, yeah, I want some books, but I left them over there because... I'll just go get them. I fetched my stack of books from beside the beanbags where Hanako and I were sitting, and returned to the counter. Wow, you read a lot, don't you? And I surprised myself for that too, honestly. At least when I really think about it. I had a lot of free time early this year, so I just kind of started reading books to fill that time. Couldn't do much else. I see. But she doesn't say anything else. Just checks out my books for me. I guess this is what they call tact. Holding around the books with one arm, I chaw my pocket for the key to my door, or to the door. Sudden hand from behind startles me, making me nearly drop the books I'm carrying, or the key that I almost managed to get into the lock. Who is it? Who is it? I turn around to see Kenji, or I turn around to see who is talking to me. It's Kenji. He seems to be in a friendly mood, although the light glinting off his glasses in the dark gives him a sinister look. It's just me. Makes him pause and lick his lips nervously. Who's me? I don't know what he called me. Are you some new guy again? His voice is awfully strained and quick. Yes, but we've met before, yesterday. I don't think so. I remember someone I met yesterday. When was that? What day is it today? I tried to ignore him. Is he joking or what? Prove that we've met before. You live across the hall. You're Kenji. Kenji jumped back. His eyes filled with uncomprehending fear. How do you know my name? Damn. This only means one of two things. Either we have met, and you are telling the truth, and I just can't remember it, or you're a spy. Pauses. A psychic spy. His eyes darted around the room, his eyes darted around me, trying to peek into my room. Look, hard to believe you can see anything through those thick glasses. Roots sung from friendly to manic less than a minute. And I'm not psychic. How do I know that? I'm not a mind reader. He points a finger at my face damningly. Unlike you! Stop that, man. You met yesterday. What's wrong with you? I live in this room. A little water. Lies. If you think you can pass this as Sal because I'm legally blind, you are sorely mistaken. You don't even look like him. The resemblance is real slim. Maybe at a distance. But who do you think you're kidding? When I grab my shoulder and shake him. Exasperated, I rub my eyes, allow the heavy sigh. Damn you and me both, Kenji. Stay there. Kenji, come closer. A careful step at a time. I stay still, lest he assault me physically. Although I doubt he could do much damage even if he did. Oh wait, I see it now. Damn, it really is you. And I sign again, and then once again, for good measure, I step backwards just in case. What's up, man? I do have to hit the hay, but you all have a great rest of your stream and time zone. All good, Ultra. Hope you have a good sleep. Yeah, rest well. We got like another half an hour or so. But you have a good sleep, have a good Valentine's Day tomorrow. And I appreciate you stopping by. Hopefully it was at least, somewhat entertaining. On the water. Also, let me try Dale Gribble instead of, the other voice I was doing. Actually, I can't do that. Never mind. Oh, what's up, man? You don't look too good, I think. Something wrong? I don't know. Just had something stupid happen to me. A few stupid things, actually. Even if you discount this one. I can't get a proper touch on other people here. And I have no idea if it's because of me or because of them. I don't know why I can tell this to Kenji. I don't agree if I need contact either. That's rough, dude. Yeah, I'm calling about selling you a second spy and all, but you can never be too careful. The hard reality we live in. I'm slowly starting to think that Kenji doesn't necessarily live in the same reality as the rest of us. And fuck, I'm gonna try Dale. You see, this is how it is, this world. There's no justice. You see, even when I lose, I win, because I don't lose the lesson. What does that even mean? It doesn't matter. He's missed it flatly for a wave of his hand. So what happened? My long face. Do you have a long face? That's nothing. I just scared some girl off accidentally. Literally two. She actually ran away from me. That was my fault, really, I think. I'm not really used to all this yet. A girl. A cute one. Yeah, cute? But absolutely, yeah. You look at Hanako, you say not cute. What the heck are you doing? Yeah, cute? That's a hard question. She had a nice body and really beautiful hair, but the face... I guess it could go either way. Yep. Absolutely. Yep, yeah, cute, I guess. No guess about it. I knew it. There are a lot of cute girls here. Strange proportion amount. I believe this is one of the dark secrets of this school. I tried to warn you, man, but did you listen? I don't remember any such warning. Dark secrets? Yes, dark secrets. Extremely dark. Like a black hole. Have you noticed that the number of girls in this school is slightly but significantly higher than the number of boys? It's like 60-40. He turned his head to the left and stared off into the distance at nothing. Why is it like this? I mean, to the untrained eye, it doesn't appear to be that bad. That's a full 20%. One would think that a school with such a huge pool of women would be a man's dream, but no. What I'm about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready? I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning a doorknob before Kenny starts talking again. Showing that he really doesn't care if my mind is blown or not. I believe that this school is the battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. The disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they'll have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the eternal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. Not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers in the past. The buildup of women has always been a clear sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated. Yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. A perfect target. They are so cunning and expected of women. Soon the day will come when Kenny's voice trails off ominously. That's why you can't trust them. They'll string you along and then kill you. Just as they killed me. You'll end up just like me. Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from bringing it out. Hey, what the hell does that mean? You said it, not me. Best I can think of. So, you're not supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude. Where was I? Oh yeah, vast feminist conspiracy. Stop. I lost you way back there somewhere. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. Like puppets? No puppets. You don't like puppets? Okay. Graphs are still cool though, right? He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking. Moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had him pegged as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong. Something on your mind, dude. Just think about what it's like to be the last sane man in the insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset. You mean that's you? It can't be, because I'm the last sane man in the insane world. It's my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. You invalidate the whole last part. And that part is kind of important. There can only be one there's only one. Like in that foreign movie where it could be only one. In the end, there's only one dude left. Because that was the point. I've never seen someone talk so heatedly and so defensively about absolutely nothing before. Anyway, if you wait here, I can get my graphs. I also have a list of the other dark and complex conspiracies that this goal holds, as single as. Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal. I'm gonna go to bed now. It's extremely late. That doesn't sound like an analogy. Whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracies to them. Now it's a terrible thing. Later. Clapped me on the back and advanced into his room so quickly and quietly, it's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. And it takes me some time to relax and get up, so I can wait. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks. It feels good just laying there with my eyes closed. The school's like some sort of bizarre and surreal island. It's actually on top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. But irony. One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't take the edge off. And the words are left echoing off my empty walls. I guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This really is more of a school and less of a hospital pretending it's a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottle of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. Katawa Shoujo. Another day. I feel very tired this morning. Probably since yesterday itself was a very tiring day. And on top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. I hate that. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I start doing the work as instructed from the board. It already looks like today is going to be heavy. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me, trying to get an answer about whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. I wouldn't put it past him to try, and not have it for an answer if they do. So, this situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat. No one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're... No, he doesn't ever stop... No, yeah. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that's equally parts cute and menacing. This is a smile that says, "We have you now. There's no escape." Hee-chan! Looks like we're together again. Yay, yay! Misha leans sideways, while Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. What's wrong, Hee-chan? Oh. Hee-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, Hee-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it would be rude to expect you to already have an answer for us this early, right? Right? I'm so happy you two were able to have a laugh at my expense. Even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Trying to be some more water. That's my dang old throat. All this talking, like almost like 2.5 hours now. Now that that's over, Mizune snaps back into serious mode. Smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there's only 2 problems. I almost want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much considering the amount of small work. Considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. But yeah, it seems like the workload doesn't matter as much as the fact that there's work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room, and catch Kaneko trying her hand at solving the problems. Looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Think back to how shy she is. It's understandable. Hey, the girl over there. Huh? Who, Hee-chan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, Hee-chan. You feel sorry for her because she's alone? I was just thinking, maybe she could work with us or something. No, I don't think that'd be a good idea, Hee-chan. Why not? Shi-chan wanted to get along with her. Why? Misao shuffles around the question. Letting him laugh, that sounds very strange. But nervous, but still has that lifting up and down quality present in everything she says. It's just because, Hee-chan. By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation, and it makes me realize again how Misha has been citing everything he's been saying this whole time. What, Shi-chan? A friend of my enemy is my enemy? That's so harsh. I'm not gonna say that. You said it anyway. I know, Shi-chan. It's fine if you're over here. Or Hee-chan, it's fine if you're here. I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand the things Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she sounds all the time? So there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hee-chan. Why would they not get along? We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This and Suzune and Misa argue amongst themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busy themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The ones with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else, only interrupted in a short bout of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who could see her. Almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating the rest of her? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class of her own accord? I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom to her door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. I don't know what to do. Dang it. Let's try and talk. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I'd better say something. Hey there, Hanako. Miss Hao? Oh, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. And as Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scanning once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice her from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up. That's okay. It was my fault. Though it's not anyone's fault, it just kinda happened. So, are you waiting for someone? I started to look at the door just before. Yes, Lily. Oh, you mean Lily, the blind girl? Hanako only nods a response. And I can't help but to finding people through their disabilities of faux pas of the worst kind, or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. You seem like a nice girl. Were you two friends? Yes. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now. No, that's not it. It's just Lily easier if Lily doesn't come here. Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom? Not really. Hanako's gaze just past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. And it does make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. The communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see who hands are talking. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she quickly moves to the door. Lily. Ah, Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here? Yes. Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though it's impossible. I suppose we'd best be off then. Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration make me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd asked about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my third day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out this school has little feuds, just like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey, Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that Sal? I didn't realize you were here. It seems like Lily is a little, or it seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me. Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. Sal, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so. I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you'll find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure, I'll remember that. Lily? Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Hisao, but we must be off. Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made an impact. Yeah, I feel that. I apologize like a heck of a ton. I always wonder if it even like has any like effect. Mind if I accompany you two? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily comes quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? He looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes wide-eyed. Sure. Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do so easily if you saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Does she look so sweet? Lily or Hanako? Or both? Is it? Both? Yeah. Declining after a deal is sealed only cause confusion and problems. And so we leave, all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Ah! Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes staring up at me. As they belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down into the hallway floor. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former struck me as a rather strange thing to have on during the lunch break. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins and feet. Her pale flesh and bone thighs end in shins, and feet made of some black metallic and plastic material. And they look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. As the girl winces her nose, or winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going. You just came out of nowhere. Sorry. You're looking really apologetic. In a hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. Now I have a character with those types of prosthetic legs. Ah, gotcha. Sounds interesting. What's their name? I haven't actually seen like these like legs myself. Like I've seen like in the game here, like on there's like some Olympic racer who had it, but like I haven't seen it like myself, my own peepers. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since herd puppies are my weak spot. Fox, gotcha. Like not a, like is it an actual fox or just named Fox? I did like two of the prosthetics and two like real paws or named. Okay, gotcha. Is it Fox McCloud, perhaps? I know that Fox has for the prosthetic legs. I'm joking. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since her puppies are my weakness. Or my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain in my chest. I know this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself. Don't forget your medication. And most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub the solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. Seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snapped me out of it. I stared at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was. Double over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. I managed to say something in response. I hold myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one more time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time. But it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay. I said I was fine. And nothing broken. No harm done. That's good. I was... Sal, what happened? She's not quite up to speed, for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded. Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? As the little girl coughs quietly, shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything. Hi Lily, Hanako. I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sort of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. And it's so cute, I find myself smiling. I know that. I was just... I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promise to help with printouts, but I wrote running instead. Sorry, but I've got to change and everything. Before anyone else can say anything, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that really stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight, composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then? Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. What's the game called again? It is called Katawa Shoujo. It didn't have like a Steam category, so I couldn't, or not a Steam category, a Twitch category, so I couldn't like have it for there. But it is free on Steam. Let me get this link. There we go. It's a romantic visual novel. It's like it's a classic. It's like my first time playing it. Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace. Being still fresh in my mind from yesterday, that's all good. Like you thinking about playing it yourself? It's free, so that definitely helps. It might be on like phone too, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I could even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with their thermos and tea bags, as Hanako's sitting out both their lunch boxes. I'll be recommending it to some people. The music's not me, I'm afraid. There we go. So, is this what you meant by coming out here almost every day? Yes. Hanako and I usually have lunch here. Suits both of us, so we end up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reactions to me the past couple of days, I can understand why that's a boon. That, and Lily being able to get some quiet... That, and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat at last, after Lily's poured the tea for us, and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash. Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again, and being crash-talked outside my classroom, fine, I guess. You look very hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I held it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it. But what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy. They don't press the matter. I guess it's one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognized that. Now, give me one quick second. Okay, wrong part. There we go. So how long have you been in this school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories. I moved to dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So, we've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them. Though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends if someone has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we started to eat our lunch. Yeah, because we're playing Deadlock still. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches efficiently as they set them out. I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go for Sao, Hanako? Hanako looks up at me, and I can see she's considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to this classroom with me. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell, as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I following out before her. We walk quietly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. Sao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways. Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay, then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would feel appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class and walk in. Give me a quick second. One moment. Here's some water. There we go. Boop, boop. Class walk in. The teacher looks up at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. We make our way to the seats, and notice that Misha and Shoujo are both missing as well. I wonder if it's some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to unique students of this school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. And class goes on quietly. The teacher seemed like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got. And the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. As if he expects that everyone's a natural genius. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Oh, I can see that one going a bit high. There we go. Oh, yeah, my bad. Or is there a secret giveaway going on right now? Perhaps. Not that I didn't notice. My bad. Thank you for letting me know. Power-ups, channel points. Where is it? There we go. Alright, thank you for letting me know, Vanta. Appreciate it. Everyone else leaves and I left alone as a teacher. Muto was examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking out with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What's it, Nakai? I jump to him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's nobody else around. Nothing. Just thinking about what I do after school. As the teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding. And arranges his papers into a stack, locking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment of revenge Shizune, the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No, I considered joining a club, but I don't know what kind of clubs would join me, or what interests me. Go observe a meeting at someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. I don't know how to continue from there. Muto looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. It feels like I'm being implied if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There isn't a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can ignore her face, but... I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open. Teacher! Misha crashes in, hands straight in the enthusiastic greeting. Her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. Now she starts towards the teacher's desk with her bouncing step, hands energetically swinging with the rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, and Misha in general, slumps in his chair. Kado. Misha stops in her tracks. I looks around cluelessly, as if sensing from his tone that something's wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We've talked about volume control before. Yes! But she don't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. Oh, what is it? We need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is the distress. It was the pink slip of paper she's holding around. So go get more parts in the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood. Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. But that's then we took it all and went with that. Now there's like none left there. So do you know where there is some? Don't understand. How would I know? Shichan, I mean the president thought the teacher would know if there is plywood. Was she wrong? Muto looks like he is in great pain, burning with his entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking at the two of them communicate is terrible. Looking at a man being tortured by drilling his skull open while blasting pop music at full volume at the same time. I'm afraid I have no idea if there is any plywood in the school, let alone there would be if there was any. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I'm sure he would know where to find everything you need. You have to find from his cold his hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time. We're so busy. We hold her head to both of our hands, looking as despairing as possible for a person like her. Without even noticing, she crumbles the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't even be fetching these things. There's so much to do and we're falling behind the schedule. Muto looks at her gravely, and then suddenly smiles. Smiling doesn't really fit his face. I think it'd be better if he didn't. I wonder if you can get some temporary help. He switches to staring at me focusedly with a hard expression, as trying to say, go make some friends. I guess I can give you a hand. You can? Thanks, Hichan. You're really nice. She pauses, does a double take, then points at me with her finger, yelping, "Ah!" and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Hichan doing here? Class is over. You should be having fun. We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not attention, is it? Are you in trouble, Hichan? No, I'm not. Is Hichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. Muto sighs deeply, and I feel I have to help Misha get her office teacher's back. So, what do you need? Here's the list. I can try to find a plywood from somewhere if there's none in the art room. She offers me those holding, and I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I'd help you, but it says no implications on whether I'm joining the council or not. Still, thanks, Hichan. Try to be quick. We're in a stall building streak. Now, and we must hurry. As she bounces out of the classroom and comes out of the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Well, there you have it, Nakai. You have something to do now. Please don't sound so smug. Looking at the list of a number of items ranging from paint to plywood, all written with small and neat handwriting that is undoubtedly Shizune's, I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving the long list limply at the teacher, I exit to the hallway. The classrooms closest to ours are designated belonging to classes 3-1 and 3-2 on the right side, and 3-4 on the left side. Each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor still, with identical doors, are rooms I didn't think were used for classes. I guess the art room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept, or not in use. Am I in the right place? Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There are some easels in the corner, so at least it looks like the right place. The room is flushed in sunlight from the big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Jokingly, I call into the empty room, and a bit of hope. Something catches my eyes and I stop mid-sentence. Sitting on a desk is a short-haired girl, curiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes, a morsel of food stuck firmly on the end. This odd way of dining seems to be caused by her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me aback even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in the corner very still, but I still somehow took her as part of the furnishing or a statue at first glance. I'm not being too observant today as a whole. The girl seems to be frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes like a rabbit in headlights. She's staring at me, her mouth wide open, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth wide open, trying to remember I didn't finish my sentence, and trying to think if I should. The weird stalemate keeps us both stunned to silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello. The girl stuffed the forkful in her mouth and is now staring at me expectantly while chewing. This is a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up some supplies here for some festival stalls, I think. I didn't think there'd be someone here. There isn't. That's why I came here too. Look up all the endings for myself. Don't look up all the endings before playing it, Vantai. Like, go through it. Like, play it for yourself first. See what ending you get. Then you can look at the other ones. Don't just flip to the last page of the book. What are you doing? You're still a sprout. Come on now. That guy looks interesting to you. She picks up another forkful. Doesn't that mean you're her then? She raised her eyebrows as if she was expecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant. Guess it does. Who are you? This girl is pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai. Sao Nakai. I have to admit I won't be able to play it for a while. Yeah, but we can still not play it for a while and not look at the ending. Or the endings. You silly. You're still a sprout. That's Sao Nakai. I should have here on Monday. I'm Rin. Tezuka Rin. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least we know who you are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes it hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me, though. Talking about these matters doesn't seem appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and is now gazing yearningly back at her food. I also almost swear myself to not have any, and that makes me bawl my eyes out. Well, it's just like that part of the fun if you get that one. And like work to not do that. It's still a sprout. Can I continue my lunch? You don't mind me? I don't mind you. Need to get your stuff? Just pause right back. Go right ahead, but lunch? Well, it's already over for the day. What word do you use then? And a word for a meal you eat after lunch before dinner, right? Isn't that supper? Or supper just like another word for dinner? It bothers me very much too, but I don't really know what I should say. I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal before lunch to begin with. I'm hungry now, and my delicious box lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. Very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rin once again picks up the fork between her toes, and with at least as much impoliteness, she pointed straight at me. So, Nakai, what brings me to Yu's place? Well, like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside, you look fine. No problem inside? I come to a full stop, opening my mouth but not getting a word out. I can guess. I'm good enough at guessing. Better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I could answer her question, or skirt around it somehow. I don't know which I should have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's only because it hadn't really come up. I do get the feeling that not making issues of this is part of the social code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if the people here could relate. Probably not any better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstances, or Lily's either. Naturally, while I go through this in my head, Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, with an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts her fork between her lips and leans back, looking at the ceiling if the answer is written up there. Feeble light illuminates from her face from the window side, creating a mask of dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in her head. Something your guts would be boringly ordinary, like this lunch of mine. And what's delicious. The problem must be in your pants. This messed up Sherlock Holmes kind of statement and a Sherlock attack to his deliverers catch me completely off guard. I think I might have reeled back even physically as Ren's eyes widened in revelation and astonishment. So, I was right. Something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock, but recognizing the need to reply to something, this was the first thing I could think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. Said it. More like I blurted it out, but I said it. The girl in front of me, I pursed her lips together and glowered at me, looking disappointed. Ah, boring. Problem with pants would have been much more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. Just act like people and a person with, you know. And a person with that kind of problem would have been really great. Like people. People with different problems. Huh, so you just, like, go around asking people what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. With little left to say, Ren resumes her lunch, and the conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what was said. It's the first time I told anyone else about my condition. All the other people have either known about it already or heard about it from someone else. Or didn't need to know about it, like every other student here so far. Should I have told that as a natural part of introductions? Is it expected of me? Hi, I'm Asao. I have a very serious heart condition. Is that how I'm supposed to go around introducing myself from now on? As if our disabilities would define us. What a disgusting thought. Or maybe Suzuka's girl just has a natural interest in such things. As I walked to the back of the room to pick up the items on Misa's list, a chance opens up to steady wrench in the corner of my eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. The boy's uniform and the lack of arms make her look very thin, almost scrawny. Not particularly pretty. Okay, well. Except for her murky green eyes, which flicker restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. I know, like, yeah, just like out there. The distance and the shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb almost all of it within them, like deep wells. That's rude dialogue, yeah, it's just out of nowhere. This looks fine. Early aughts anime. She moves her feet almost as deftly as a normal person would use her arms. However, I could see how this sight would discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural, but it's too late now, isn't it? I keep searching the cabins and shelves for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows uncomfortable. So I try to force some conversation out of this strange girl. So, do you always eat alone this late, or you have an occasional visitor? Visitors. Maybe you're my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? He likes to do sports. And that's all I can think to say. Both of us fall silent again as Ren forks the last bits of her meal to her mouth. I look down at my haul and double-check with Misa's list. It seems I have everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. And it's very nice for you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was about to take a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you want to do with that stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps you like to watch girls sleeping? I'm not sure what to make of this, but Ren looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Ren. I feel our relationship is at this point good enough to warrant this much. I was already turning to make my exit, but she dropped me back in. Fine then. I'm Hisao. Then you are. Ren looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling you get when someone stares at you isn't there. Unless he's actually not looking at me at all. I'm busy a couple of times, and I can't figure out why a pause like this just popped up out of nowhere. See you later, so. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face. Maybe. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself. What an intriguing person. From inside, I hear a muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What did she hear? Jumping suddenly appeared to Misha. Well, you're not her approaching despite the completely empty hallway. Jump scare. Yeah, exactly. Somehow she had gone to jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy. Briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about a global feminist conspiracy, but I push that thought aside. Shizune, standing slightly behind Misha, looks aloof, as she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention. But Misha is visibly excited. No, wait, more importantly, who's in there? There's no club meetings today. As she tries to curiously peek past me, even though the door prevents her from seeing anyway. What are you doing here? You took so long that we had to come check what's wrong. That's no good, Hee-chan. She whacks her finger at me scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is still missing because you are tardy. Oh, sorry, I got things here, which is gonna bring them. I think you're up to some mischief, Hee-chan. Who is in there with you, I wonder? He just said something quickly to Shizune, pointing at her own ear a couple of times. As Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and opens the door into the classroom I just left. I can only imagine the shock she is experiencing. With Shizune's diligent attitude, the insolence of daring to deface school property by sleeping on top of it must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stared at Rin, frozen in place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders. From suppressed rage, I'm sure. Instead of blowing up, Shizune just takes a few deep breaths, adjusts her glasses, and slams the door shut. I turn to sign furiously at Misha. And maybe she did blow up, but I can't understand it. She's just a very low to stare at me too. As if it was somehow my fault that Rin is asleep on one of the tables. I hope she's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Hello. Ren's voice comes from the other side of the door, and it takes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door to find Rin directly behind it, looking at us with a half-interested, half-sleepy face. Hello. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you're doing? You absolutely are not permitted to use cultural for such, sir. Disgraceful activity. Sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I don't know, it's just popular. It's hard to say whether she's unhappy or unhappy about this turn of events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune Misha's scoldings, so they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune taps Misha's shoulder, points at Rin, and makes some quick signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Anyway, how's your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly, apparently at ease under pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. I keep wondering that about myself too. And? Think about it harder. As Misha signs her reply to Shizune, her face turns into an unsatisfied frown. Miss Tezuka, please do try to take this seriously. It would be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw up their lunch onto it. But not assertively. Think more seriously. Misha actually giggles at that, but Shizune done it, not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Rin thoughts thoughtfully as she looks after a retreating student council duo. How rude. That's true, though. I don't finish my project before the weekend. Or no, it's true, though. I must finish my project before the weekend. There'll be dire consequences if I don't. The end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll pay for my nap. Unforeseen future. That was rude. Didn't even ask the full situation. They immediately assumed. Well, I mean, I think also like part of it was just like even like thinking it was like Even, like, besides thinking it could be something uncouth, it was like a student just, like, sleeping on a... It's like fully sleeping on, like, a art desk. That's, like, school property stuff, like anything unkempt besides. But I know what you mean. Maybe for some of my nap. It's unforeseen future. And I'm about to ask what power she has and what are these apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom. And she has nothing to do. Would you give me a hand? This paint can doesn't fit in my bag, but I need it. She kicks lightly at a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she's sitting and sleeping on. Let's out a dull clang. And being as a gentleman I am, I naturally pick it up. Heavy. Yeah, sure. So where do you need to take it? Away. And with that, she takes off to the hallway, and the paint can following sits there's little choice for either of us. The hallway is empty and quiet now if Shizune and Misha gone. So we two leave for the stairway at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps I have to change the paint can from one side to the other. Because the thin handle cuts into my palm. And I lose to get my arms from turning too much. Wrench holds on beside me with an uneven pace that I have trouble matching. Or maybe I'm walking weird because of this extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast, and I can't figure out which. As 2 flights of stairs below, Trouble appears in the form of the head nurse and his fox-like grin. Ah, Mr. Kai, what a happy coincidence. Suzuka too, of course. He nods courteously to Rin, who has not acknowledged him back. Then turns to me, because obviously it's me who he had some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod and wait impassively because I can't even begin to guess what he forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin doesn't make me feel enthusiastic about this interruption either. It's about your medications. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be some unexpected side effects which might require adjusting dosage or even changing to another kind of medication. So, we'll do a food test regularly, but what I'd want for you is to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Nausea, headache, anything. And please come to me if anything happens. Alright. So, how are you? Everything fine? I give up and drop the can to the floor before answering him. Apparently, this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic as something generic as an answer, but I realize how often I've been doing that lately. Other people have asked about that too. As teachers and students here, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. And it's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Except this school. This is a small school, and both the student base and the faculty seem to be very tightly knit. At least, that's the feeling I'm getting. And this is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers up my spine, but I give a generic answer anyway. That's great. Also another thing. My sources tell me that you've been at neither the school track nor even a pool. I'd like to know if you've taken up exercising, as I asked. Of course I haven't, but his way of inquiring gives me a feeling that I should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. You have people spying on me? Not such. I just happen to know a few people, but that's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I was actually just doing some improvised weightlifting as an exercise. I pick up and lift the can up and down a few times, like some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappeared from face for a second, then come back like it was never gone. Tezuka, would you give us a second? Nurse grabbed me by the shoulder without waiting for Wrench's permission, which he didn't need in the first place, and dashed me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. I understand that you are still on your first week and all, but please don't forget the importance of this. The reason I'm coming down this hard on you is that habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. Same with everything, like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious about this from now on? Yeah. Yeah, I promise. Definitely. He studies me for a moment, and then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you meet my spy, who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around. He leaves a wave of his hand and no answer, and I walk to Rin, who has been waiting, idly leaning out the hallway wall and staring at the pale lighting features in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off of them. Get notifications for your heart thingy? Are you listening? I cannot be more accusatory than I intended, accidentally listening at her. But even so, I did really want to start talking about it. I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. Bender seems to be happily ignorant about that confidentiality too. Talking about that kind of thing in public. But it's not Ren's fault, is it? I look up at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Ren is just staring past my shoulder quizzically. Her head tilted like a bird's. I don't know why this is so hard for me. It feels like there's some inexplicable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, they're from my heart. Want to make you better? No, not really. They just make me a little less worse. Rin keeps looking at me for a while longer, and she neither says anything further nor displays any kind of emotion I can discern. I'm thankful that he doesn't. I think I'm still not quite used to all this. It's possible that easy, but I still haven't concerned about my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building, and Rin leads us onward towards the dorm. We stop at a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built on a slightly elevated ground, with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time we come and go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall, made of the same kind of bricks as the building itself, and we cover it with some sort of PEV painting. Most of it is still mere sketches, quick lines drawn with black and white against the glary plastering that covers almost the entire length of the wall, but some places look a bit more finished. There are human faces and legs and hands. I can't quite say what this painting as a whole might portray. Stacks of what seem to be paint cans are arranged in piles on the ground besides the wall. See, left side is hardly off the ground yet. I couldn't get a mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. And then I started morning. I have to work on it, but the guys from our class are helping with negative spaces and base surfaces whenever there's a problem. Or whenever. What's your problem? And it's easier to paint in big areas for a lot of people with hands. And the reach is better, and it's faster too. She goes on a tangent of a tangent, waving a little with her arm, or whatever of it there actually is, to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around, and it makes me think it looks sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the school's base's special properties in the past few days. The skull doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course, or the fact that she lost me for a while ago already, and just keeps on blabbering. So that's what I'm trying to figure out if there's something I need to figure out, and I figure that out before it's too late and all hope is lost. But why would hope be lost? Because paint has to be painted, then has to dry, then has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. And I think it's best to start from the top. So, this is your project? You did this? Yes. Yes. All of it? Yes. Nice, but... I stumble with my words, suddenly feeling like I've walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I brush really hard. I don't really know what would be the right way to... right thing to say, right? I really don't know what would be the right thing to say, if any. It feels like I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. It is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See? I don't need fingers to talk to, right? With my feet. I almost got that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing. Anyway, I don't think it is. But maybe I'm used to it by now. I can't get my rundown on the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how adept she was at using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us has anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light works pretty well. I was worried it looks too flat, but it's not like that at all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I want to see what it looks like dim light. You think it's flat? Well, I think paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat. You know, flat. Like some people are. No substance, no meat, where there should be some. I know a few girls who are, okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. I'm not that good at art. Can't name any artists or artistic terms. No, I don't really have anything to say. Rin shrugged her shoulders at that, saying, suit yourself. Without saying it, and looked up at the sky as if trying to look for something up there. I didn't think I'd get any actual work done, but if you can hand me hands of paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I want to get a halogen lamp as one of the support tracks, but darn any. Rin sure is quick to recruit my help, as was Shizune. It really makes me feel that the festival is such a big project every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be of any help, though. It's just making some paints. You can do that. Probably. You have motor control problems? Like, you know, those people who have some? Cerebral palsy, maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. Art thing has nothing to do with that. Just give me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then. So she sits on an empty wooden box, and very naturally picks up a wide brush between the toes of her bare right foot. I open a few of the cans to pour some of the contents into shallow bowls for mixing. The thick paint flow lazily from the can to the bowl, like syrup. I mix them, creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other to form a new monotone hue. Rin has to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or the other. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be the exact tone the girl is apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to the last milliliter before she's satisfied. Her instructions are obscure at best, and half a splashy green. Crouch down to pick up the can of bright green. The other green, this green. I carefully pour some of the other green into the mixing bowl. No, some of the whole splash, more white. Is green a good color to add? No idea, you're the artist here. A hint of a smile appears in the corner of her mouth. You lack an opinion? No, it's just I have no idea. It's okay, because I got an idea. Add more white. With this explanation, I pour a minuscule bite into the bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be like... What's the color do you get? Or what's the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it? Maybe it's yellow. Despite the impossibility of mixing color like the changing of seasons or any other nonsense being imposed on me, I found myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. Seeing a painting being born on the plastered walls feels like magic. I spend the moments I have between mixing paints, crouching down on paving, and just looking at her work. It feels slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary intimacy, but Rin doesn't seem to mind at the least. Maybe it's just in my head. Her entire presence emits a completely different air as she patiently works to details, adding layers of paint on top of other layers of paint, steadily moving her foot across the walls to add new shapes. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of paint, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us says the word for the longest time. And even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. As if there's some need to conserve words and breath and sound. And we stay there late into the evening until it becomes too dark to paint properly. Alright, I think that is a good point I already went over. Sound of an alarm pulls me out of slumber. Okay. Yeah, let me save here. One. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it's like 9:40, so I want a lot over. Let me... hold on. Let me switch the screen over. About a moment. Got caught up in it. There we go. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you all like this impromptu Valentine's Day Eve stream. Actually, I was planning for this one to be tomorrow, but then, like, stuff came up and I'm going to be busy on Saturday, so I moved it to today. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. And yeah, if you're interested in the game, it is... I did the link earlier, but I shared the link earlier, but it is free on Steam if you want to check it out yourself. Like, I'm enjoying it so far. And like my throat my throat might not be enjoying it, like after all the talking I had to do, but besides that, it's good. So I'll be back on... let's see. So I'll be back on Tuesday. And that should just be like dailies and stuff like that. There is a possibility of it like being all rainy on Sunday. Like if it is, I'm not able to do like bike ride. I might do Silk Song. I'm not sure. I wouldn't hold my breath for that though. I would I would work with the assumption that like the next time you'll see me will be Tuesday. Well, next time you see me streaming will be Tuesday. But you'll see me like in the chat on Flexed on Sunday and stuff like that. But yeah, there'll just be some dailies and stuff like that. So until then, I hope you have a great weekend and everything. Have a good Valentine's Day tomorrow. Hope you get some nice treats and all that good stuff. Let's see. Let's see what art channels there are. Like any new ones. Let me see. Let me do Red Brother Arts. Well, actually, it's a bit silly. I have to do a be right back before I can end the stream. I just gotta use the restroom really quick so I could search for a good channel without bouncing. I'll be right back. I'll be right back so we could leave. Sorry about that. All the water I had to drink for my throat for saying all the dialogue and stuff. Okay, so now I can look see what art channels are going on. Look for someone new. Yeah. I had to do a lot of reading. I needed the water from my throat. What can I say? Can't blame me. So let's see, new channels. A lot of people are doing like Valentine's stuff, of course. Or at least like Valentine's Day Eve. Let's see. Do a little looky-loo. Maybe. I'll probably turn on the sound so I can actually like hear if they have like their mic going and stuff, you know? Let's see, this looks good. A blanket or ghost. And like a little cute commission picture, it looks like. So we could go over to there. Yeah. And then I'll be back on Tuesday. But back on Tuesday, like pretty much definitely possible Sunday, but like I want to hold the breath for that just in case, you know. But yeah, hope y'all enjoy your weekend. And thank y'all for being here and like hanging out and chatting and stuff. Hopefully it was entertaining. And I'll see you all next time, everybody. And take care and happy Valentine's and weekend. Oh, is this? Thank you. Also, you can see the Valentine's bunnies.
"私は地球という見知ら